Hello, YouTube stackers. This is ST with Silver Stacking 101, where we always believe in staying stacked and packed. Stacked with silver, gold, food, ammo, and packed with the means necessary to defend our stack. This is Chapter 4 of my coming book, Wealth Traits, which will be available September 6, 2018. Again, I want to apologize. This subject matter in Chapter 4 has already been covered in a prior video I have published. However, to maintain continuity, I want to do another video on the subject matter. And that is the 3 economic killers of the middle class. From this point forward, it should be pretty much all new material, with the exception of 1, maybe 2 chapters later on. The rest of the book is fairly original stuff I hadn't done. The 3 economic killers of the middle class are interest, depreciation, and taxes. These are items that siphon wealth from the middle class and keep the middle class in the middle. Interest. I want to provide some examples that are not in the book. I have seen time and time again people invest outside their retirement plans while carrying interest or debt on revolving credit cards and paying outrageous interest. 16, 17, 18%. Let's say an investor is carrying a $2,500 balance on a revolving charge card, and the investor saves up $2,500, but instead of paying it on the debt and retiring the debt, he or she decides to go into the market. Their cost of capital, by default, is the interest they're paying on the debt that could have been retired. Should one go out and borrow money at 18% to go invest? Lord, I hope not. Been done. So, instead of fixing their problem, their debt problem, they're going into a situation where they have to make 18% to break even before tax ramifications are even factored in. Get out of debt, folks. Retire your debt, particularly unsecured debt, as before invested in a non-qualified investment plan. By qualified investment plan, I mean a tax-deferred plan. The math gets a little different there, but get out of debt. That kills the middle class. The second thing I want to talk about is depreciation. Now, with depreciation, there's 2 ways we can look at depreciation. The first is book depreciation. Book depreciation in and of itself and by itself is not necessarily bad. Let me provide an example. The tax deduction a landlord enjoys for depreciation on a rental property, while in actuality the property may be appreciating, is an example of book depreciation. I want to talk about economic depreciation, true depreciation, tying up money in stuff that loses value. Cars, boats, motorcycles, have all that. That's fine. But don't pay interest on borrowed money to do it. Be smart about it. Have what you want. But don't tie up 100% of your expendable income in assets that go down in value. Yes, we only go through life one time. Yes, we need to enjoy it. But be smart about it. Depreciation. How often have you seen people that make good money have every toy in the world, it seems like, and all it does, is drawing money out every month through depreciation instead of appreciating. The third thing I want to talk about is income taxes. There are various legal methods to mitigate one's income taxes. A tax-deferred pension plan is a prime example. I am a big proponent of not investing money anywhere until all tax-deferred plans are maxed out. The reason for this is simple. Let's say an investor is in the 24% federal income tax bracket plus state, but let's just go with federal. If they take the money out before it goes into a deferred pension plan and invest it on the street, a street account is just an account under your name, they have to pay income taxes on that money. That's a 24% hit that fast. If they leave it under the umbrella of a qualified investment plan, that tax is deferred. So they're able to enjoy the appreciation of the money, on the money that would have already been paid in taxes had they taken it out. Max out all available qualified retirement plans before investing outside the qualified retirement plans. An example that's not in the book I want to use here that encompasses these and other elements is buying a piece of furniture. Let's say, hypothetically, we want a very nice formal dining room set. Beautiful, we're going to have all these parties, whatever. We want it, we're going to buy it. Nothing wrong with that. If we go to the big box furniture store, we most likely are going to be buying a piece made up to look like an antique that in actuality is particle board, laminated, glued together, and it's a Chinese POS. How do most people buy it? On terms, of course. The middle class is notorious for this. I've noticed over the years, going into people's houses that are very successful investors, they had antiques in their house. And then it dawned on me why. They didn't buy from antique shops either. When they wanted a dining room set, and they have beautiful dining room sets, they look for the real antique. They pay a fraction of the price that a new one would cost, the Chinese POS. So it's worth more the day they buy it than what they pay for it. It's already been here 100 years. It's going to be here another 100 years. And it is the real antique. They pay cash, which is fairly easy because they're paying a fraction of the price for the laminated particle board glued together Chinese POS than what it cost. I've seen that happen time and time again. I really believe how one approaches purchases is representative of the value systems that they use in investments. Concept I kind of bumped on is gaining equity at the moment of purchase. That's going to be in a coming chapter. Let me know what you think. Agree or disagree. Give me your comments. Tell me why you think what you think. Please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you for watching. God bless you. And remember, stay stacked and packed.